Hello and welcome to Council Action. I'm Russell Inman, and joining us tonight from Ward 6 is Pat Stinnett. Pat, welcome to the show.
Well, Russell, thank you. Good evening to you. Good evening to the citizens of Florissant. Want to welcome everybody here with us tonight after this beautiful day. We've all endured this long winter, so a little sunshine, a little warm. I think everybody's got a little quick step in their walk today.
I think everybody that I met, Pat, today has just been in a better attitude altogether, a better mood.
Absolutely, absolutely. After this winter, we deserve it.
That's right. We're bears coming out of hibernation. Well, tonight's meeting was pretty good. It was ran a little over an hour long, I guess, and covered a lot of interesting things. One of the topics every meeting is hearing from citizens, and it's a chance where the residents of Florissant get to come up and say whether there's something that they like that happened or something that they disliked. And there's a little bit of controversy tonight that came up. We'll just touch base on that a little bit. There was a ward meeting, and that was the topic of a little bit of debate.
That's correct. It was actually a joint ward meeting that was held at the JFK Center. It was wards 1, 2, 4, 6, one more. And I've drawn a blank. But anyway, it's 5 wards that came together, and we had an afternoon. We barbecued some hot dogs, had some drinks and chips and a few cookies. It was an opportunity for the citizens to meet with their individual councilman in a very quiet, informal setting. There was no rush to the time. They could spend as much time as they wanted to, ask all the questions they want. So it was really a very delightful afternoon. The citizens that attended were very pleased with the outcome of the meeting. The other wards had a similar ward meeting in July last year at Dunnigan Park. So this was a chance just to reciprocate for us to bring the folks in. Yeah, a little bit of controversy. We had an individual that's running for office that took exception to having the meeting, but I think for the most part, our citizens all understand. They had a great day. We had a great turnout for it. Weather was not everything we wanted, but today made up for it. So
and you got to have it inside. You didn't have to deal with the hot summer that the other wards did.
Absolutely, we had it in the gym. So it was really a great day. And I must add, one of the things when we're passing out kudos for everyone that put the efforts into that, we forgot the spouses of the ward, the council people that were there. The spouses all turned out and helped also. So it was a really exciting day.
Did you count how many hot dogs you went through that day?
We barbecued 500 hot dogs. I'm not sure how many were left over. There were a few, but as we were fortunate to be able to do, we fed the fire department, the police department also. Everything was consumed.
Well, we had a public hearing tonight. This was a special use permit for Cross Keys Restaurant Group, and it's the Burger King that we've always seen there at Newhalls Ferry Newhalls Ferry and Lindbergh.
That's correct. When it comes to Burger King, obviously we want to continue the continuity and make sure everybody has that flame-broiled burger. Yes, it's actually what it was. It's a change of ownership in the chain. I think, as the folks said tonight, the manager will be the same. It's just a new ownership. So I think we can all look forward to those same great burgers in the future. Good.
Yeah, that public hearing passed. That went on to a first reading later on and went through in all 3 readings.
That's correct, yes. That's really just a formal process. As I say, it's a change of ownership. There's nothing else that changes. The buildings all stay the same. Employees, this product is still the same. So It's just strictly a formal process that we go through.
Make sure they don't shut down.
That's correct.
Well, in second readings, this was a little bit different tonight than usual. There were 2 readings that from the get-go were planned to fail. And they're planned to fail because there was a new bill that was coming on the table to take their place. So the ordinance appropriating the sum of $42,000 from the Park Improvement Fund and the ordinance appropriating the sum of $156,000 from the General Revenue Fund, they both failed by the council unanimously tonight.
That's correct. And as you say, both of those bills going in tonight were planned to fail. Those bills both came out of a previous council meeting, work session, and once we got into it, we realized that we needed a comprehensive package, and that comprehensive package included monies for the golf course, monies for the tennis courts at Tire Court Park, monies for new light standards at St. Ferdinand Park. We're also going to acquire 2 new servers to improve our television service. I know some of our citizens have been having trouble with their signal, so we're going to see if we can improve that.
We'll get these shows back on video on demand.
And that's correct. And lastly in that, as we're all aware of, it has been a very harsh winter. I know there's been a lot of comments from the citizens about potholes, so we appropriated additional funding to the tune of about $250,000 to help with street repairs.
Good. And the second reading that did pass tonight was an ordinance for a special use permit to Star United. This is a Phillips 66 gas station.
That's correct. It will be a gas station, and I believe that's on
220 Patterson Road.
Patterson Road, and it will be a quick shop gas station, as we're all familiar with. It's an existing building that's being reopened, so it'll be a convenience for the neighborhood. Give them an opportunity to stop close to home to get gas, pick up that extra gallon of milk or with a candy bar or whatever they need.
If I remember right, this was maybe an old Sinclair station that had a few service bays, and the new station's going to take away a couple of those bays and expand out the convenience side?
That's correct. There'll be a gas and convenience store. I don't believe they're going to be doing any maintenance work on site at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
In new business, there's a resolution from the mayor and the city council. You can speak more on this, Pat. You gave an encouraging word. This is to transfer the authority for the remediation of Westlake landfill from the EPA to the Army Corps of Engineers.
Well, I think we're all familiar that we've heard of the radiation contamination in the soil that existed around the airport, and then all the news stories that have been going on about the Bridgeton landfill with the fires and all that type thing. And what's going on here today, the EPA presently has responsibility for the remediation at the Westlake landfill. The area at the airport that has just recently completed the cleanup was the responsibility of the Army Corps of Engineers, and they did an outstanding job, and they have proven themselves well acclimated to performing these tasks. So the city of Florissant is passing a resolution asking the Congress of the United States to transfer the responsibilities from the EPA to the Corps of Engineers. St. Louis County is presently putting together a similar resolution to pass, encouraging the Congress to do this. Other communities, Maryland Heights, Bridgeton, some of these others have all passed the same resolutions. I believe when you look at it, the North County corridor all supports the transfer of responsibility to the Corps of Engineers.
Just looking to get this area cleaned up and put to bed.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's time to clean it up, move it out, and
hopefully the smell doesn't come back this summer.
That's the truth.
There is also a request for a beer and wine liquor license for Julie's Florist and Gifts. Now, this isn't so they can, sell a beer while you're trying to pick out flowers for your wife, is it?
No. This is strictly a packaged liquor. It has nothing to do by the drink. And their intent is they would like to have the ability to include a bottle of wine in their floral arrangements, in their baskets, that type of thing. It's strictly a package. There'll be no drinks, nothing served by the drink on the premise.
Okay. Bills for first reading. This one passed. Ordinance for the Cross Keys. We talked about that. That went through in 3 readings tonight. The big one is the second. This is the $1 million bill, as you'd call it, that went through tonight, appropriating the sum of $1,074,183. Talk about this a little bit.
Well, yes, let's talk about this bill. The first thing we want to talk about and make sure everyone understands, the $1,074,000 is money that is being turned back to the city from last year's budget. So it's a tremendous amount of money, but it's not new money. It's not coming out of reserves. It's not coming from any place. It is money that's being turned back, and but it is the taxpayers' money, so we must appreciate that. And the projects that we're going to fund for our golfing community, those folks that are out there, they understand that when these carts on the golf courses, most of these carts probably run 36 holes a day when the weather's good. And they are all reaching 4 years of age, which is just about the end of their life expectancy. So this is just it's a piece of equipment that's needed to provide the recreation facilities for the golf course. We're also going to purchase equipment to mow the fairways, to take care of the greens, take care of the sand traps. Again, this is just, it's mandatory maintenance that must be done on the course to provide for our golfing community.
If you don't keep it nice, people aren't going to come back and golf there.
And you don't. And you know, there's thousands of rounds of golf played annually on that course. And we have many of our citizens, fine citizens, that really enjoy going up there. Also in this bill, we talk about the money for that. We're also going to replace 2 of the tennis playing surfaces at Tire Court Park. That will give us the ability to have competitive courts for our citizens to go up. Those that aren't golfers, here's an opportunity for you to come up and play some tennis. You know,
what kind of courts are putting in?
These will be the rubber-based asphalt type court. And Tire Court Park, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, is located at Washington Street and Florissant Road. I always like to refer to it as our family-friendly corner. We've got Fritz's Custard, we've got Delish, we've got Old Town Donut right across the street. We've got the court with a great gazebo. We've got facilities, restroom facilities, and now we're going to have tennis courts. So this will be should be a popular place this coming summer. Behind that, we're also including money. As everybody's aware, back in April, when we had a storm come through, we lost a pole. A pole came down in St. Ferdinand Park, one of the light fixtures on the ball field. So we've done some testing on the other poles, and most of them are reaching 50 years of age. So we're going to need to do some replacement, and we're going to start a program to replace 1 or 2 fields a year in the parks of the light standard. So there's money in there for that. As I said earlier, I know many of the citizens have talked about that their signal for the Florissant television channel, at times they're having troubles with it. So we're going to purchase 2 new servers, which should improve that the service that they can see, the quality of the picture on their screen. As everyone's aware, we have the latest technology in Florissant with the delivery of our signal. We have fiber that runs between all the buildings and to our television station. And these servers are basically, the signal rides back on this fiber and then is distributed out. Well, with these new servers, they will be able to keep a much higher quality signal to come out to the home. So I think that our citizens will be able to see right away the improvements that are made there.
Good, good.
And last but not least, I almost forgot one.
Okay.
Like I say, we're all aware that we've got real pothole problems after this harsh winter, and there is another $250,000 included in this budget for street repairs.
Well, our cars will appreciate those being fixed.
Yes, they will, absolutely.
There is an ordinance to authorize the city to purchase golf equipment through the Iowa Department of Transportation state bid. Explain that. That's a little strange.
What that means is, if you read our city charter, it talks about that when we purchase anything in excess of $5,000, we have to take it out to bid to the lowest qualified bidder. And the different states, different government organizations maintain contracts that are bid in advance just for times like these. So what we're doing is we're just using their bid process, or the price that they've already bid out, and we're going to use their price to purchase this equipment. And you know, hopefully we're providing the best possible cost for the equipment to our citizens.
Right. And then there was an ordinance amending the general fund budget to reflect $26,500. This is the asset forfeiture funds. It's the confiscated funds from police seizures.
That's correct. That's the police department has acquired these funds through their arrest procedures and takeover, and they turn around and use this then to purchase needed equipment at the police department.
Okay. That just went through one reading tonight, so we'll see that come back at the next meeting to finish up.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Well, that finishes the meeting, and there's a lot of good announcements coming out. The Mayor's Ball was a hit.
The Mayor's Ball was a tremendous hit. I'm sure everyone's aware that it's sold out. And as I said earlier tonight, as a trustee of Valley Industries, obviously it gladdens my heart to see all the fine citizens out contributing to a worthy cause, having a good time. Hopefully everyone gets an opportunity to see the king and queen. They're as happy as they can be. And so it was a great time was had by all.
And St. Ferdinand barbecue and basketball tournament's coming up?
Yeah, let me just go back for 1 minute on the Mayor's Ball. Everyone knows that the Mayor's Ball is sponsored by the city of Florissant, the city of Hazelwood, the city of Blackjack, and the city of Ferguson. And next year they will be adding in a fifth city, the city of Bellefontaine neighbor. So I don't want to forget to let everyone know that.
And then the price is going up.
And the price goes up.
we heard that at the meeting tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Bellefontaine Neighbors demands a higher price, higher ticket.
There you go.
St. Ferdinand Barbecue and Basketball Tournament. This supports the Backstoppers and Focus.
Yes. For anyone that's I'm sure everyone's aware that the Backstoppers organization is a group that takes care of the police and fire department members, the families, when they have a member that is injured in the line of duty. They step in to make sure those families have the needed resources that they need to get through a very trying period for them. And the focus group is a group stepping in for Marines that are coming back out of combat situations that are needing assistance. They're going to be there monetarily to make sure that these folks have the items that they need.
When the mayor had a chance to speak, he mentioned Clay's opening of an office on Graham Road.
Yes, I'm sure everyone knows that Graham and Dunn Road, the First Bank building there, Congressman Clay has opened a satellite office there, and it will be manned 5 days a week. It's going to be a full-time 8 to 5 office, so it gives the citizens an opportunity to stop in, and it provides Congressman Clay a presence in the North County area, and we're proud to say in the city of Florissant.
And another event coming up in the city is the Confluence Trash Bash. That's going to take place at Bangor Park. This is next week.
That's next week. Tim Barrett, our city engineer, is heading this up for the city of Florissant. You know, we all like to use our waterways, and whether it's boating, swimming, riding our bikes, or whatever, and this gives us an opportunity to pay back a little bit. Let's get the trash out of the rivers, clean them up, and so we can look at the pristine water this summer as we're out enjoying the warm temperatures.
That's right. Well, now let's touch on what's going to come up several weeks ahead. And you're a big part of this one, the Valley of Flowers. I think you're the chairman, aren't you?
That's correct. And I want everyone to start to warm up. Just think, May the 2nd through the 4th, the Valley of the Flowers Festival. And as with all years, you know, we're going to have the Knights Grounds, or we're going to have the Egan Center, and we're going to have food every type of food you can have. We've got flea markets, we've got crafters, we've got entertainment. And this year, through the efforts of Mr. Gary Gatos, who is just a tremendous asset to the city, we're going to have the first time a circus on the grounds of the Egan Center with our Valley of the Flowers Festival. There will be high wire acts, there'll be animal shows, there's going to be clowns, jugglers, so really looking forward to it. And I believe they will have 9 shows spread out through about 4 or 5 days. So
excellent.
Everybody get ready for it. And the really great part of this is the city, there is no expense. There's no cost for tickets for the circus. So
really?
Everybody get ready. Here we go.
Yes. That sounds great.
And don't forget, we will have a parade on Sunday the 4th. We're looking for units always, marching bands, floats. Everybody come out. The new Valley of the Flowers Queen and her court will be there. So let's plan. I already have a guarantee. Last year the weather couldn't be any worse. It'll be great this year.
It can't be any worse than last year. Well, what else is going on in your ward, Pat?
Well, in the ward right now, I think everyone is just coming out from underneath the snow. I had a resident of the ward that guaranteed me that we will be mowing grass next weekend. That's how warm it's going to be, so we will look forward to that. Obviously, I think everybody's seen the political signs go up. The election is coming April the 8th. So it's many times a lot of folks, the signs are the start of the spring season, so it's here.
Well, Pat, thank you for your time in the show tonight. We appreciate all of your insight and wisdom into the meeting.
Well, I thank you, and I thank the great citizens of Ward 6 and the citizens of Florissant for providing this show for us. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I'm Russell Inman. We'll see you next time.